Любовь и дружба, жизнь и смерть. Все субъективно. Правильное и неправильное, добро и зло.
Good morning, everybody. We're about to have that bell ring in just a minute, but let's go. Let's get into that stock market today. The S&P 500 is set to open, or I should say the SPY, the S&P 500 ETF, is set to open right around $500. This is a big spot, guys. It ran above it in pre-market ever so slightly, up to $500.50 or so. So we can be a little bit careful, but man, that market is going crazy with how much it keeps trying to uptrend and getting back to these big levels. With the $500 level coming into play today, we're going to have to be very careful. If the market has a solid rejection here and we start to see a good move down throughout the day today, that might start to give us more indication that, hey, tomorrow will probably be red. We might start to see more rejections off of this and maybe retest that recent low of 491 to 491.50 over the next few trading days. So let's see how it plays out here at open, but I'm expecting some chop here around the $500 mark. I would suggest, or just expect, SPY to maybe come up, test it again, and then fall. That's what I'm looking for. If it wants to reject straight down here at open, that'd be great too, but I think that we'll at least test it on the high here. Oscar's on early. I've been trying, Oscar. I've been trying. David said, morning gang, cleaning the trailer for the Daytona 500. Whoa, David, what are you doing at that? Are you gonna go like watch it, or are you like in it? That sounds pretty cool though. Good morning, Sakin, RSB, Llama, Xbox, Jerry, Oscar, and Mike. Let's go. Of course, you too, David. Y'all watching Soundhound explode, SOUN. It was a pretty wild one yesterday, wasn't it? It's got to be on the radar with the way all these stocks have been popping, like whether it's Soundhound or ARM or, man, just a few earnings plays lately have been exploding. Tonight, don't forget about DraftKings, Coinbase, and Roku. Those are going to be pretty big. Even Applied Materials, DoorDash, Open Door. going to be kind of interesting down there. So watch out for these growth stocks tonight. DraftKings should be awfully fun. SoundHound isn't doing anything at open. DraftKings is moving down a little bit. It actually made new highs of the year this morning, though. So good job, DraftKings, doing that. $44.50. Waiting for that to hit a good resistance here in the short term. Let's go bring up our watch list really quick. DWAC is up 26%. Whoa. What happened to DWAC again? That's kind of wild. Whoa. Was there something like with the election last night, or? I'm curious. Did another state do it last night? No, I'm not seeing anything, but... Hey, good morning, David and Lynn. David's an infield fan. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool place to be, I think. Man, Palantir. Watch Palantir, guys. Yesterday, it got really close to recent resistance, and even in pre-market today, rejected right off of that. So if we could break 25.52, I think Palantir could end up being an extremely, extremely fun play here this morning. It's been a hot stock lately. I could see it continuing to do well. SMCI is up 8% again. Is this thing going to hit 1,000 soon? Holy shit. Oh my, guys. How does this even happen all the time? This is a crazy market we're in, isn't it? I think Greta's gonna be mad at this one.
How dare you!
Lyft Xbox said, you know, that one was disappointing me yesterday. I guess it's coming back, though, so that's good. That's good, that's good. Wow. Yeah, good movement at open. Good call there. Xbox. 17.23 right now. How's Tesla today? Netflix? Surge put out a few plays here. Tesla, Netflix. SMCI's on there too. Oh. Uh-oh. Be careful of that one. Google puts are on there. Man, out of all of it, my favorite's kind of Google puts. Not gonna lie, out of all of them. Liking the Google puts here. Recent support at 141.80. Yeah, Llama said Tesla here. Man, 192.80 just continuing to blast. Good job, Tesla. Are we going to retest 200 in the short term? That would be nice. I feel like the candles are pretty volatile here. Whoa, Llama's done for the day. Nice. Hey, that's always a good way to start the morning, right? Now you can just chill out for the rest of the day. No problem, Llama. That's funny. Come on, Tessie, get higher, though. I'd actually like to see it go up even more. Boeing, I thought would retest 200 here and start to break down. Hell yeah, Xbox, with the W's. Let's go, guys. Smash those W's up. That's a great day for Llama right there. That's a great day. And hey, if you guys are just now joining up or you're you've been here this morning, make sure you're smashing that like button. It helps us out on YouTube. YouTube not being friendly today. SPY rejecting at 500 here, though. Watch out. At open, it actually ran up right to that $500 mark. Let's look at that on the book map real quick. Sellers are stacked up there. We can watch it come in and out. You guys can see 500 where this red line is, where my cursor is here. This is the SPY right now. You can see these flashing right here at the top. That's the orders flashing in and out real quick. Come on, SPY. Get up through there while we watch this. Or at least reject there again, right? That would be cool. Either way, chopping around very close to that $500 mark right now. Like 25 cents away. Let's go switch over to Nvidia, which is actually tanking off. Oh, no. Tanking down under 740, or rejected at 740. Now it's actually breaking support at like 732-ish. Down under there pretty well. Damn, Nvidia. Where's the dip buyers at? Are they going to come in here today? I'm curious if people are going to be watching that dip to be bought or not. All right, Tesla, a lot of consolidation here at this upper level. Let's hold 192 and continue the push. Come on. In an ideal world, we would love for this right here to hold up as support. Since we passed it. That would actually be the ideal way this one goes, in my opinion. We'll have to see, though. Mason missed my entry on Google. It would have been golden for real, Mason. Those puts were looking great right there. My favorite plays were to the downside from what Serge called, so I like it. Hey, Serge just called it out again. Yeah, it's going to be hard, I think, for Tesla to hold, especially if SPY is breaking 500. Well, rejecting at 500. I meant breaking it down. And then also, other big stocks are just tanking today, like Nvidia, Google. How's Apple at open? At least they're moving good. So it's very mixed out there, it looks like, but damn, Apple. You know what they say? An apple a day keeps the margin away. Just kidding. All right, Tesla on the book map. Let's get it. RSB, I got you. Man, 195. 193 to 195 has a lot stacked up between there. There's quite a bit stacked at 188 to the downside, though, so. Interesting day and interesting moves here. Excuse me, guys. Come on, Tessie. See what you got. There we go. Holding up a little bit, at least. Like that little run, though, it opened. If it could continue with that, that would be nice, but SPY's actually trying to get back to 500 literally right now as we speak. It's sitting at this $500 mark. It might end up breaking up and through. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral on it right now at 500. I feel like a lot of the big stocks, some are down, some are up. It's very mixed. Hey, nice, Veery. Have a nice time at the range. Hope you enjoy it. I would like to hit the range today, but I'm not going to get a chance to. My view says it'll break 500. Day will be green on SPY. Let's see it. It's still kind of rejecting there. It's trying to break, but watch out. If there's a true rejection here, this could end up being a pretty weird play to the downside. And remember, there's a lot of these big tech stocks that are already down. Hopefully Tesla can... There we go, Tesla. 192, almost 193 now. Like to see that. Like to see it. There we go, Tesla. Great movement there. Let's go. How's Google? Nice. Google continued down pretty well, too. Down to 141. That's so funny. All right, let's check back in on SMCI. Okay, 960 at the high this morning. Still trying to get back to those levels. Although it's pretty close. Oh my gosh, it's going to be back there in no time. All right, ARM. Little downtrend again. Nothing too nuts. NVIDIA having a green candle coming back in. Whoa. What's that going to do to SPY? Yeah, it's still sitting here. There's not even anything stacked up at 500 right now. Just very minor stuff. Shares, I guess we'd say, on this one. All right, so Tesla broke 193. 194 is the next huge level coming up on the book map, so we'll have to see that one. Anywhere from 194 to 195 seems pretty huge. There's another red candle on SPY, guys. It seems like there's a lot of rejection at this 500 level. Watch yourselves here. Haha, Mason. That's funny. Wow, look at that rejection, guys. 499.50 coming in. The biggest red candle it's had of the day. Not good, not good. We're gonna have to bring up the 4-chart setup, I think. Yep, 4-chart setups coming in. Look at Tesla rising, SPY's trying. NVIDIA and Meta are down a little bit. From open, anyways. Meta's more flattish, but... My Views is planning to sell off some Disney stock and get coin stock for the same money. Whoa, I would actually highly reconsider that, My Views. I would highly reconsider that one. Coinbase is very high in the grand scheme of things right now. Over the past 6 months to a year, this thing is extremely high. Whereas Disney is high, but it's not like... Percentage-wise, it's not even close. I don't know. Disney, to me, I have such good conviction on this one for the long term that I would not be letting go of Disney right now. But If you really, really wanted to, I guess, you know, you could, but personally, that's not something I would do. What I would do if I were you, because Coinbase seems a little bit riskier, is I would probably add some more money in or do something and just pick up Coinbase all on its own without getting rid of Disney. But Coinbase is a wild, wild stock. It's definitely one of those riskier plays, in my opinion. Do I think it will end up being good long term? Probably so, just given their business and everything, as long as Bitcoin stays around. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. If you're only looking to hold for like a year or something, I would think that maybe like some good leap options on Coinbase might even be a little bit better or something. That way you don't have to subject yourself to all those shares. But yeah, no problem, my views. I will say though, I'm pretty favorable towards Disney, so you know, I am very biased towards that one, so I guess that should come into play too a little bit. All right, QQQ. Trying to come back after that little dip it just had. How SPY is still at 500. Oh, we broke above. Look at that. Look at that. SPY above $500 today. Pushed up through there nicely. Had a lot of rejection there early on, but it's getting up through. Now, the big thing is there was a bit of pre-market resistance right around $500.50. So as we go up here, you know, just be a little careful. Just be a little careful. Seems like that overhead level there is even stronger than 500, which I don't know how that could be, but it definitely was in pre-market. Coin calls maybe, Veery said. Yeah, I think the leaps might be a little bit better on that one. How's SoFi today? Pure growth. Like the name. Pure growth. SoFi is not doing much. Falling off ever so slightly. Nothing crazy. We go look at the daily chart. It still looks pretty good on the daily, even with that little red candle today. So I would say short term, it still looks pretty fire. Talking about SoFi, it actually had a good trend line bounce here recently. I like to see that. Bouncing well. Hopefully it can get back up to $9 to $10 here soon. That would be beautiful. Come on, Lyft. Let's go look at Lyft real quick. Wow. Really kept going, huh? Up to 18 right now. That high in after hours was around $20. So if we could get up to there, that would make for a nice run. It's already a nice run today, though. I'll say that. Up 8%. Definitely not bad at all. Almost straight up price action, too. Don't forget about DraftKings earnings tonight. I know we talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but they are going to be pretty big here. DraftKings, Coinbase, Roku, all tonight. The Trade Desk, Applied Materials, DoorDash, Toast, Open Door. Gonna be fun. Hey, Kraft is up. KHC, no way. They were down on earnings. They ended up recovering back a little bit. Hopefully I can continue to see Kraft sell off. I would like that quite a bit. Man, SPY. It's starting to look a little bullish here, isn't it? It's right at resistance, but I'm kind of liking the setup here. Breaking $500 fairly well. Starting to run up. Definitely not too bad. Not too bad at all. Whoa. Oh gosh. Looks like there was a shooting in Kansas City. It's pretty crazy. At the Super Bowl rally. That's pretty nuts. Yesterday, I sold off 100 PFE shares and got your favorite DraftKings shares for the same. Oh, wow. Have to see what it does in a couple years. Yeah, my views. Man, DraftKings is a little bit high right now, but hopefully you'll be A-okay with that one. Like you said, a couple years down the line is really the way to look at this one. If the earnings make it drop tonight, I'm definitely going to look to buy more shares lower. I'm actually hoping, and now I know that this might not be a popular opinion, but I'm kind of hoping that DraftKings turns over and ends up tanking down for a little while so that, you know, we can get into some good or some more long-term positions, right? It'll probably keep ripping, though. You know, these sports betting stocks have been crazy, and I bet DraftKings has pretty good earnings. The question is, will it be as good as they thought? Because they're already expecting it to be pretty good, I believe. Interesting, though, my views. I think it's smart. Pfizer's a crazier stock out there, I guess. Having a good day today, though. Pfizer is down around support whenever you zoom out. It's actually at support going all the way back to 2020. I've actually been looking to buy some calls down here and have been holding a couple. There's my phone. I lost it. Girlfriend just brought me the phone. I had left it out there. Hell yeah, but those Pfizer calls right now that I've been holding are up around 33%, so nothing too crazy, but not bad right now. If it starts to really go up here in the short term, those should do pretty well. Do you see Google selling off more, Xbox said. G-O-O-G-L. Let's see a SPY one more time. Oh, wow. SPY ended up rejecting real hard. Right as it seemed like it was about to break out. But yeah, I could see Google going lower, especially with SPY going lower. I think it's a good possibility on the day. Google's been stair-stepping down day after day after day. Hopefully here it can at least retest 140 in the short term. Has Tesla continued? I'm curious. Nope, it started turning over a little bit. A little bit here. Had a good break, though, there for a minute. Jerry's heading to work. Hope everyone had a great day. Hey, you too, Jerry. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. We'll have a nice long stream tomorrow on Friday. It'll be a nice one. Let's go back to the book map. Man, look at that stack of sellers coming back in now at 500 on the SPY. That's too bad. I don't want to see that. Let's see, maybe Tilray here? Ant says they missed Apple puts. Oh. It's alright, Ant. Man, that ended up tanking over hard, didn't it? It looks like it might even try to break the low of yesterday. 181.90. That could be huge. The Surge bot just called out Apple puts again. Just be careful. It is getting closer to that little support. Man, AMD's about to hit big support too at 175, guys. 176 actually pretty decent too. 175 on AMD. Gosh, that was a lot of share stack there. Looking at 189,000 shares stacked there. Quite a bit. Sure thing, Chad. I can do NVIDIA. All day. Let's let it load up. Just takes a second to import the data and then we're good. There we go. Well, it looks like 725 was pretty big on NVIDIA here. The next big level, 720 even, it looks like. Overhead, 750 is huge. 740 as well, but definitely today, this 720 area and 724 spot is. You can see how the buyers started coming in here at 724. It's weird. Come on, NVIDIA. I know you can get lower today. Hey, thanks for the kind words, Donut. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know, feel free to smash that sub button. I go live every morning at Market Open. We also have our normal Stocked Up channel as well. Appreciate that, though. Siam said Amazon puts. Let's look at it. AMZN. Oh, I kind of like it. I like that setup today. The problem is it's down around support, but there's so much negativity today. At this point, you're going to be chasing a little bit here, but I still do like a lot of these stocks down. SPY's trying to get back to 500 again. Great. Google was a good one down earlier. Now it's starting to come back pretty well. Not super well, but just, you know, running back towards resistance. Carlos says Intel calls INTC. Pretty good day by them, actually. Look at that on the daily. Whoa! Coming up off this recent dip very well. I like it. I actually like the calls on this one. I think it could be a good play. Well, oh man, it's like right at resistance though, like a big one. It's not like it's like a little one here. It's close to it. But it's not quite there yet. I really like the setup on the daily chart though. I really have some good conviction on here that if this breaks this resistance at like 45.50, I think we'll be able to trade Intel up in a pretty good way for a few days there to fill that gap. It's right at that gap line right now, the lower level of it, at 45.50. That's a big spot. There's a huge gap on the chart right here. And once it starts to break out and into that gap, I think it'll start to fill it up very well. Sure thing, I'll go back to Amazon again. Started breaking down, like it. Amazon's looking pretty good to the downside today. It's very weak. It is running closer to support, but it's a very weak stock today. At some point here, though, we're going to start seeing the dip get bought up at least a little bit, but looking fire. To the downside right now. The big thing is just getting in and catching that momentum and then exiting quickly and just taking those profits on this because it's just a straight up momentum play. Right. How's Boeing today? Starting to come back alive a little bit. Okay. I've been looking at that support really closely the past couple days on Boeing at 202.30. If that gives out, that could be a fun play to the downside, but looks like it's not giving out quite yet. I had that on my mental notes for today. Keep looking at that support. Palantir actually trying to come back a little. I try to hold its ground here. Citigroup isn't bad either. Is today a good day for the banks? Yeah, it looks like all the banks are doing well. I'm gonna refresh my page real quick. It's lagging a little bit. There it goes. Yeah, JP Morgan, man, Citigroup, Bank of America, they are on fire. Michael earlier said UVXY calls. Sorry, I missed that one, Michael. UVXY calls. Let's see that SPY again. SPY's having a lot of issues here at 500. I actually like UVXY calls quite a bit today. I don't really see SPY breaking out here. I mean, if it does, the good news is that once you see it starting to break that high of day and the high of pre-market, you can just exit really quick. You know, have a quick stop loss set up there. If you're trading like weeklies, it might end up being a little rough, but I do like UVXY calls today in that sense that until we break 500, there's no point in going long. Go to the QQQ. Ant says, I have trouble entering plays at the right spot. Yeah, you know, that's the That's the big thing about trading, is like entering at the right times and getting that timing down. Man, the live Q&A was awesome last night. Whoa, and apparently... Whoa, and apparently, guys, the markets are actually closed on Monday, which is pretty insane. I almost can't believe I'm saying that. The stock market's closed on Monday for Washington's birthday. I totally forgot about that, guys. Not gonna lie. Someone said that in the Discord just now. Totally forgot about that one. Yeah, Xbox, it actually specifically says Washington's birthday. But I feel, yeah, I think it is more President's Day. Here's what it says on the Holiday Hours website, so you guys can see it. And also, the next time we'll be off after this is March 29th, so... Why is there a star on Thursday, July 4th? What's that? Oh. Wow, okay. So they'll close early July 3rd. Huh. Interesting there. All right, Nvidia just consolidating around the low of day, not doing much. SPY right back to 500 bucks as we speak. It's literally sitting right there. Let's watch on Bookmap for these big sell orders to start coming in, if we see them. Hard to see, though, on the actual SPY itself. Sometimes it's best to go look at ES futures. Oh, wow. Come on. Let's see AMD. 177.50. Come on, AMD. I'd actually like to see these stocks all go lower. Google's starting to uptrend back. Amazon's still pretty low on the day overall, but starting to come back up a little bit now. It did have some solid movement down for a little while, though. And hey, guys, make sure you're smashing up the like. Let's go.
All right, all right, all right.
Let's get it higher. Remember earlier in the week, whenever we did a poll, guys, we were looking at SPY. Would it stay under 500 or break above it? Looking pretty wild now. SPY's retesting towards its high of day. Looks like if you're into any big put positions like UVXY, calls, or just anything that, you know, goes up when the market goes down, be very careful here, because we're sitting right at resistance. If we reject again, that might spark a big sell-off, but I don't know. It's seeming fairly bullish. Very mixed on the day today, too, especially with how these tech stocks have been playing out. You know, some of them are running up. Like, you know, Tesla, a couple others, right? And then to the downside, we see like Amazon falling and a few other stocks falling off pretty hard. Penn Gaming had earnings tonight and actually fell off a little bit too. Go look at the daily for Penn. They're almost to new lows. Damn, Penn. New recent lows anyhow. I know, Mark. It really does. It does, man. I guess Bitcoin's open if you want to trade some Bitcoin. Yeah, NIO is actually looking pretty good down here. Xbox, good call. I like the setup. Short term, it's even looking pretty good, you know, breaking out today in a decent way. I really like that daily chart though. Like, you zoom in down here, starting to look like a great spot for consolidation, and we're starting to come back very, very well off of support. So I'm loving this movement with NEO. Hopefully it keeps it going, right? Still got the big money play going on NEO, in case you guys didn't know. There's been a bunch of big money plays on NEO recently. The big one for me has been the 9 strike calls for 621.24. Still holding those. It's a tough play right now. You know, down quite a bit. The big money's been getting their asses handed to them, but we'll see if it comes back. They have all the way till June, so there's definitely a lot of time. Hey, Joe. How you doing? It is Thirsty Thursday, guys. Thirsty Thursday. Meta. Oh, wow. Meta might make new all-time highs again here today. Continuing the run. I like it. Let's go. I like it. I like it. How's Netflix? Nice. They're doing well too. I called out Netflix on last night's video for a little breakout here, and this morning it's been breaking out fairly good. Nothing too crazy, but if you got into the break it open, doing pretty good. I hate to say it, but on this Netflix setup right here, I don't know. This is a pretty stiff intraday resistance around this 587.50 mark. It's going to be tough to, I think, get back above there. I have to watch that area closely. SPY's still trying, consolidating right at this high, guys. I would say the setup is looking a little bit bullish now, actually, the way it's holding high. But like I said, very mixed day today. I hope it doesn't just trade flat within this little range. That would be very annoying. Would be very annoying. I just want to see a nice directional move, and then maybe we can catch that directional move once it happens. I'm not really, you know, looking to front run this or anything today, especially with how mixed it is. Man, Meta, how high are you going to get? Watch 480 coming up. Bring that up on the book map. Why not? $480's got to be pretty big. Oh, yeah. Huge spot right there on 480. I feel like the data, something's off with this one. Hang on, I gotta go back and resubscribe. Something was wrong with that chart, I think. I'm just gonna let it load while I'm sitting on NVIDIA. There it is. Now it looks more normal. Just broke 480. Now it's actually acting as a bit of support. Wow. Come on, Meta. Hold 480 and keep up on the run. Keep it going. Good job, Nvidia or Meta. Come on, Meta, keep it going. NNOX. Looking at as well. Chad said, do you and Mike ever do a quick crash course on the book map? Not always, but I'll tell you what. If you guys come back tomorrow, we could get that done tomorrow if you want to go over it a little bit, Chad. Definitely do that. I don't think I'll have time to do it today at this point, but tomorrow, Chad, I got you. If you want to do a quick crash course, one quick thing to look at is this is called the heat map, I guess you'd call it. And you can see where the buyers and sellers are. So, you know, the big red lines and the yellow lines and the blue lines, these are all areas where shares are stacking up on this stock right now. There's orders out there hitting the market, literally at this 481 point for Meta, for example. Or like on SPY. Like you can see like $500.50. There's like people stacked up there. And same thing with Tesla. This is showing where these big orders are. And then the COB on the right is just showing the overall, you know, volume that's at that area. So it's showing that there's 170,000 shares stacked up at 195. Someone's sitting there like trying to sell their shares at 195 essentially is how you could look at that. Or at least trying to short it. One thing or the other. They're selling it right there. But yeah, come ask tomorrow and we'll go over a little bit more stuff with it too. Get more in depth, I guess. And you can use this to your advantage a little bit. You know, you could see like there's a big buyer at like 176. So as the stock gets there, you might be able to like let's say you're looking to do a dip buy strategy on that day or something, right? And you're seeing, you know, AMD tanking or Nvidia tanking, and you're like, oh, I want to buy it up off the dip. You know, you might wait until it starts to hit that big area on the book map, like 720 or something. You'd let that act as support, and that might give you the conviction to front run some calls back up or something like that, because it's such a big spot. And simply put, you can use that then as like stop loss too. So yeah, definitely, Chad, definitely. Let me throw that in there real quick for you. Here we go. Jessica said, how can you tell if it's a buyer or seller when looking at it? So the way you can tell is just simply if it's above or below the price. So like if it's at 733 right now on Nvidia, those are not buyers, because think about it this way. No one wants to buy it at 733 if they could just buy it at 729. You know what I mean? So that's never going to really be buyers up overhead like that. Those are all orders stacked up to the downside. But one thing to keep in mind is that whenever you see these big levels like this, they can still break. Like it could easily hit 733, fill all those 15,000 shares, and then still go up, because we got to keep in mind that volume in the moment is also a very big deal. Like keep in mind, like if the stock's moving up, buyers are just constantly like flowing in. You might not see them pop up here on the chart too much, because it's just like they're instantly buying in at like market price, for example. And you can see that right here really quickly. You'll see See how like it flashes really quick right there. Like right there is a little flash. And then it just filled this volume dot. And you'll see another flash come in. Like, especially at like larger areas, you'll see like bigger flashes here. Like even like right here overhead, you can see stuff like flashing in a little bit. And look at that big volume dot there. Like just filled a big area of volume. And right here, I just saw another big flash. So like that volume in the moment can still make these levels break, but it's still low. If you're like looking at charting and you're looking for like a big resistance, you would go over to like the NVIDIA chart and you would say, hey, look at $730 here. Like, holy shit, that's a major resistance. The stock just consolidated here a few times. It rejected right there. So we got to watch 730. Then you go over to Bookmap and you're like, okay, 730. Was this a big spot? And like you scroll out and you can see it's fairly big, but not as big as like 733 overhead. But you can still see though how that's a pretty big spot. And you can look at that on Bookmap, and what you can do is say, hey, maybe 733 is not the largest, right? That might be able to break fairly easy. So if you see like NVIDIA get up to that level, it starts breaking out above it, then maybe you could trade calls there too as that breaks, and then that'll give you that good like breakout above that big level there. But you can watch that happen in real time too. You think QQQ goes up to 434 sometime today, Donut said. The QQQ 434. I'll be real, I don't really see that today, but if SPY starts really breaking out to new highs here, which it looks like it might do it here soon, then it's definitely possible for it to happen. The problem with QQQ today is that, like, we look at SPY and there's like banks holding it up, right? The QQQ can only deal with, you know, these tech stocks. Now, good thing Tesla's moving up, but then on the flip side, you see Apple down. So it's like, now that ruins Tesla's uptrend. Microsoft's down. So you're looking at the two biggest stocks in the market red. And that's going to affect the QQQ quite a bit, considering it's mainly tech. Coin on Bookmap, Moba said. Sure. Let me pull it up. It'll take a second, but once it comes up, I'll switch back to it. Caroline said Tesla breakout. Yeah, it definitely did. I saw that. Held that level up there, 193, or 194, I should say. Held it very well. Yeah, good movement there. Sorry guys, I had to chug some water there. I was thirstier than a racehorse. 733 coming up on NVIDIA on that Bookmap though. You can see that right there. The big stack of shares at 733. It's getting close. All right, here's Coinbase on the Bookmap. 172 is a pretty big resistance right around that high of day today. 172 to 172.50. You guys can see there's just a bunch of shares stacked right there. Even 173, 174. Like, gosh, I mean, Coinbase has a lot of shares stacked up overhead. Underneath, I see 168. Definitely interesting, though, on Coin. Let's see NVIDIA. Hey, look how close it got to that big level, guys. It's starting to already reject a little bit, right? Like, you can tell that's a big seller up there, because push the stock a little lower. Let's go look at it on the chart, too. It makes sense. It's right around the high, that recent high of the day today, too. Right where it rejected last time. Very close to there. And you can even see that little stack that came in at like 732.75 or something. Very close to that other big stack. So far, rejecting off that level. All right, SPY. You started breaking out well, but you rejected right at the pre-market high. Come on, SPY. Don't do this. Just pick a good direction and go. You know, that's really what I want to see. Pick a good direction and get up there. Hang on one sec, guys. Got to get a link for somebody. Really quickly. Wow, SPY really rejected there, guys. Right at that pre-market high. It's now back down to the middle of the range. Like, gosh, come on, market. Of course it gets back into the chop zone, right? Of course it does. What would be better, right? Joe said, what do you think of SOUN? Man, I'm not a fan of this one, really. It had a good move last night, but it's just too much hype in the short term. And even today, it's actually like rejecting off resistance here at 350. So I would say today, where's the opportunity at, right? That's what I'm going to say. If we start to break above 350 here, I think the opportunity could be back up on a little dip buy. If this so happens to do this and have a run like that, that would start to make a nice inverse head and shoulders type of pattern. And I think that that would be a good play to play today if we do see that breakout back above this slight resistance. Now, until we see that break, I don't really think that there's much you can do with this one unless you're just looking to short it to the downside. But then again, it's like this stock has had so much hype, especially last night. I don't think I would short it just because of the sheer volatility with it. But if it does start to go on that secondary run later on and get back above that resistance, then I think that that would be an okay time to fire off. But make sure that you're entering good. Like, you want to enter like right as it breaks resistance, you know? You don't want to wait too long. You might want to be safe and make it break like $3.55, something like that. Pretty wild move last night, though. I was hoping that today it would actually start to go with some more momentum, but of course it's right back down, right? Of course. Palantir rejecting off. Boeing getting back down to the mid-range at least. I swear, Tom, the market knows when I enter into a play and forces the play in the opposite direction. If I didn't play Google, it would be under 135 now. But since I entered, the market made it go up. Sometimes it feels like that, Xbox. Sometimes it feels like that. Just, you know, those entry points are the big key with this one. Sometimes the market feels like that, but it just comes down to entering at better points usually. What the hell is this one? First last, what is this? Watt, W-A-T-T. Never seen this one before in my life. It's halted, it looks like. 39%. What in the... Wow. W-A-T-T, that is insane. A big run there. Man, Tesla, right to the recent resistance, isn't it? Whenever you zoom out, this has been a big spot over the past month or 2 months even. Yeah, I'd say about a month now, but man, this rejection at this 195-ish spot has been huge lately. Maybe Tesla can just start to get up and through here. It's been really flat, actually. Good movement intraday, don't get me wrong, but when you zoom out, flat. All right, NVIDIA. You getting back to that resistance here? It's retesting that level again. 733 on the book map, 20K share stack. It's like right around there. Seems like it kind of wants to try to break it and go up, but definitely make it happen first. Yeah, I feel that, Xbox. Like the whole point of February being a bad month, I feel that. The end of February, guys, is historically the worst 2 weeks in the stock market, going back to 1928. That is a huge statement to say that it's down like that. That is a lot, guys. Like, that is a huge statement. That the second half of February is the worst 2 weeks in the market, going back to 1928. It's pretty crazy. How's LUV been doing? The airline. Oh, wow. Very good with LUV. I shouldn't have sold my shares, should I? I actually sold my LUV up here around 30 to 31-ish, somewhere right around there. I was in at 22. Should have kept holding. It's all right, we'll buy in on another dip here. Yeah, in the Discord, man. Wow. He made 40 grand on that love position. That's a good one there. Who was that? Pinnacle Mind. Wow. I love that. Yeah, dinner on Pinnacle tonight. That's funny. Don't said, are you giving out plays while watching the stream? I do enter some from time to time. The last one I entered on stream, anyways, was a Pfizer call position, which has just been chopping around down here at the bottom, but it is up right now. But that was the last one I entered. Still holding this one. I think I entered on the 6th of February or the 7th of February, something like that. And then, of course, with day trades, I do look for good opportunities out there. But just keep in mind, we do a lot of strategies as well with selling call options, selling put options, stuff like that that a lot of people generally, do not like to trade. So we do a lot with that, and a lot of our money's tied up into long-term positions and stuff. But when it comes to day trading, there's always opportunities, and I'm always out here trying to find the good setups and the good opportunities for you guys to look at and play. One big thing to look at is whenever you're looking at setups and intraday trades, you're looking for those big momentum swings, right? And on the stream, it's a little bit tough to look at those, tell you guys what's going on, enter, get into all that. It's kind of tough. I'm not going to lie. So looking at some of these plays here, some of the momentum plays are, I would say, something that is more suited for a super quick entry. And something that I do is I go through a ton of setups. Like today, there probably was 20 different opportunities, right? Are we going to play them all? Maybe not, but you can see a lot of big spots, like with Tesla and Nvidia. We're watching these resistances closely, waiting for lows of days to break, like on Apple. Then I think the entries could be a little bit, be more precise, I guess, right? Like right now, Apple's actually starting to break down pretty well. Could catch that. Yeah, I can link it up, MOBA. Let me link it. Get the link real quick. How'd you and Mike meet, Michael said. That's a pretty long story. But essentially, Mike and I were, we didn't know each other. We were both in a lot of different Facebook groups and different stuff like that. I ended up meeting him in a Facebook group, and he invited me to join, his group, I guess we would say. And I, was hesitant at first, and I was actually in a different group, and I had actually banned Mike because he was asking people that. And then 3 to 6 months later or something, I kept seeing Mike posting stuff and different things like that. So I eventually was like, hey, let's reach out to him. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I'm not really learning much from these other groups. I keep losing money. I keep making stupid decisions, stupid trades. I need you to help me out. And he essentially said, yeah, and got me on a phone call, helped me out. And then I traded with him for a little while, right? He taught me a lot of what I know, and I'll say he taught me a lot of the more important things I know, to be real with you. So that's how it went. And then, we went forward from there, continued to do everything that way. And then eventually, at the time, Mike was actually, the group was set up totally different. It was not on Discord. It wasn't on anything online, really. It was all through group texting and stuff. And to make a long story short, I had always been in a lot of groups on Discord and etc. And as we started going through the journey and learning, after a couple of years, I was finally like, hey man, why don't we put this on Discord? Simple as that. And he's like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And over the time, that's eventually how the Discord and everything came to be, and then YouTube started going, and it was a good time. It was a great time. A lot of work though. A lot of work over the years. A lot of work. But hey, it was worth it, right? Can you look at UPST, please, for sure? Upstart. UPST 2680. You get decent support. And one other weird thing about that story, guys, is I believe I was actually the first ever member of StockedUp, too. Which is pretty crazy to say, right? I believe I was. If not, I was very close, but... yeah, Upstart's not bad. I like this intraday support here. It's not bad. Just pretty flat on the day. I would think that with this one, there's an opportunity if we draw out a little trend line here, you know? I don't think I'd go long until we start to break above this blue line in a good way. If we start to break that, then maybe start to look up more. Caroline said Palantir bull flag. Oh, I'm not going to say it's a bull flag quite yet, but it's definitely setting up in a pattern here. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd even call this a bull flag at all. Mason goes, and Tom's still scared to play me in golf. Oh, man. Mason, we're gonna have to get together this summer and play. Like, for sure. I might even hire a friend to, like, videotape the round, Mason. That might be pretty funny. Tom versus Mason. The match. It'd be cool. Donut said, I'd love to join the community, but 150 is a lot for me, to be honest, but potentially someday, the coming months, I'll join. Hey, for sure, Donut. And hey, you know, we always like to say this, right? Like, options take a little bit of capital, you know, like you're meant to have a little bit of capital, like when you join up in the Discord group. So like, you know, ideally you're going to want to be trading with like 2, 3, 4,000 at least, right? So some of those prices can be more of indicative too of just simply put that, you know, we don't necessarily want people to join who don't have the means to join. So I definitely feel you there, Donut. I feel you there. Yeah, like they said, they've got 1,000 in the account. Yeah, see, like that's not really enough to do some of these options. Like yesterday, some of these options were costing over 1,000 a contract. So it's like, you know, got to give or take, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, just keep up the growth, Donut, and we got you when the time comes. And hey, you know, the free portion of the Discord's awesome too. There's still a lot of plays in there and stuff. So make sure you're in there asking questions and, you know, progressing your trading game, right? Just keep it up, Donut. And also, guys, just as like a bit of a hint here, there might be another sale coming up soon because of the update, so be ready for that. It will be a yearly sale, though, so. Yeah, let's go, though, Donut. Keep it up. A Cologne 420. That's funny. Oh, Mason, I've let him know a little bit over the past week or so. Yeah, just be ready for it, guys. You know, there might be a sale coming up soon. Maybe. Margaret, I'm definitely glad y'all started working together. I've learned so much from you all. Thank you, Margaret. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a long journey, Margaret. Whenever I was talking about this stuff, by the way, we're talking like going back to 2016 was when this was going on. 2015, so we've been at it for a little while now. What is this now? Like my 8th year? Let's see, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Yeah, so I've had 8 years now in there. 2024 is going to be my 9th. And 25 will be the 10th. So that'll be... I might have to have a 10th anniversary gift for myself in 2 years. But let's go. Let's find those fire setups, guys. AMD chopping, SPY chopping. The market's just choppy today. Really flat and choppy. Look at the SPY. I mean, come on. Even the stocks that were rising earlier are slowing up. Hey, SMCI, though, is around the high of day. I mean, the powerhouse continues, right? Watch this overhead resistance, guys. Set an alert up. 972.30. If it breaks there, maybe look at some calls, right? But make it a quick breakout play. And keep in mind, this is a little bit chasing here, but I'd say, you know, we get above this 972-ish area, the stock could start to go again. Set up an alert. If you're looking to day trade, set up an alert. Be ready. Have an order ready. Maybe look at like the 970 calls or the 960 calls or something like that. And when it breaks, fire it off. Catch a couple quick candles of momentum and call it a day. You know, that's really, you don't got to ask for too much on a stock like this. I know SMCI is very expensive, though. It's kind of stupidly expensive. Come on, Palantir. Let's go look at Apple down. Still pretty rough on the day here. Let's go to like a 1 hour chart. What are we getting down to as far as support? Well, fairly big support's incoming around 180 even, so I guess we could watch out for 180. Apple's been very weak though today. Big weak sauce from them. Same thing with Amazon. Actually, Amazon continued here. Look at that. Google's trying to go. Come on, Google, break down with the rest of your peers. I'm sure a few people out there would appreciate that if it did go. Got my tea here today. All right, DraftKings. Don't forget about those earnings tonight, guys. Don't forget about those earnings. I could have made 26, but thought it'll make more. Instead, I lost 50% on the Google Play. Wow, Xbox. Let's watch this support here. I think there actually could be a opportunity for a re-entry here, Xbox, but only if this support gives out, and you'll have to enter really quick when it gives. But like 140, 140, like, man, like if it breaks this area, it could end up retesting that low of day. Sometimes re-entering is a good idea. Just keep your eyes on it. Oh no. Instead of Hulk smashing, I was Sulk smashing. Oh no. Speaking of that, guys, Hulk smashed that like button. We're at 31 likes. Could we hit 50 likes or 40 likes today, I mean? That'd be a pretty big day. Let's go.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Gotta bring up Clint, right? I feel that, Xbox. How are the MJ stocks? Tilray? All right, doing shitty. Planet 13, doing nothing too. Let's see Tilray on the daily. Yeah, pretty low again. All right, guys. Gonna go look at the SM bot one final time here and probably call the stream soon. Market's starting to just get too slow for me. We'll be doing a little bit longer stream tomorrow, though, so make sure you guys are sticking around for that. Maybe we'll get some better movement on Friday, right? Just might. Apple's starting to move a little bit here. Amazon puts on the SM bot. We got Mara puts on the bot too. Uh-oh. Meta calls. Meta continuing, guys. Meta has been strong as hell today. That is a big run by Meta. The oil stocks came back. Look at that. How's Zom? Nice. Popping off again. Zom's really trying to hold this $100 level, isn't it? Google made my day. Instead of a 44 mag, it fired a 50 Beowulf. Oh no. Carlos said, I want to jump in on something, but the price now is really slow. Yeah, and hey, good job not forcing it, right? Good job not forcing it, because you're 100% right. Everything is really slow at the moment. Let's see, Penn. Ooh, Penn might break its low of day for puts, but... Oh, that's a tough one. Let's see, Lyft. I think Lyft calls are on the SM bot. Lyft could be a good opportunity if you start to see the highs break. A lot of consolidation over the past hour, though. I feel like it's been like that on almost every stock we look at. Just a ton of consolidation over the past hour. Like, even Apple, like, sure, it's moving down, but, like, look at this downside move. Like, I mean, that is just, like, the choppiest, slowest downside movement I've ever seen. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to call the stream here. Of course, I'll be in the Discord all day. So if you guys need anything, feel free to let me know. Here's a link to join the Discord if you guys need one. Check it out. Hell yeah, Carlo. Holding back is a big part of the game. When I was a new trader, my biggest issue was that I had to have a trade. I had to trade every day a certain amount, right? Every single time. That killed me in the beginning. That killed me. Should have just waited for better setups. Hey, thanks Xbox, appreciate that. And hey, I appreciate all you guys joining up here, even the lurkers out there. I know I say this a lot, but I really do appreciate you guys. Like, there'll be times like where I'm like just laying in bed and I'm like, man, you know, thank God for them. Let's go though. Donut says, what do you think about lift puts? LYFT? I don't know. I'm not too much into the puts right now. It's up quite a bit on the day. I'm actually looking more for it to hold and then break out to the upside again. I think that would be a much better setup to try to chase on this one. Oh, like a few weeks away. I see. In that case, I think it could actually be pretty good, Donut. Just make sure you have a lot of conviction, because this stock is wild, right? It's a wild stock. It's not like we're looking at like Apple that just had 2 big green days like this. I mean, sometimes like in the past with this stock, it'll go up like that and continue for like 3 weeks straight. It's weird. Lyft is a weird stock. Very volatile. But it is right at resistance. So I would say if you're looking to, it's a very smart idea. Just keep your stop loss right above 1842 or 1850 and you're set. You're set as long as you watch that overhead area's resistance. I think it's actually not bad. Not a bad idea. Donut. I thought you meant for a quick day trade. My fault. Oscar spent an hour and a half with Schwab. They're a mess. Man, Oscar. Hopefully I don't gotta call him sometime soon. That must be a pain, but... Alright, guys. Appreciate you joining up today. We got the 35 likes. I'll take it. Let's get it to 40 tomorrow. If you're listening here today, join up on the stream tomorrow morning. Make sure you get those likes in. Let's get it high. Let's get it high. If it hits 100, I will shave my head, but I doubt that's going to happen. Alright, guys. See ya. Have a good one.